we're live from State Farm Stadium. Practice is wrapped up for the day, and we are now joined here on Arizona Sports, the local sports leader, by, again, one of the newest members of the Cardinals. We had Zay Jones on a few minutes ago, and now joining us, the new corner for the Cardinals. I say new. He's been here for a few months with OTAs and everything. Sean Murphy-Bunting, our guest here on Burns Gambo. Sean, I'm Dave. This is Gambo. Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate it. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
Now, Zay, being new to the land, asked us about scorpions, snakes, coyotes, hiking. You got any questions you want to hit us with since we've been here for a long time?
I don't think I have to worry about a lot of those things because I don't,
You don't hike.
I don't go in that area.
You stay outside. You stay inside.
I know my limits.
You're smart.
Backyard guy.
Backyard guy.
Exactly.
Well, depending on where you live, even the backyard.
Yeah.
I don't go too close to the gate.
Okay, not too close to the gate.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Good.
Central Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that we have a very famous Central Michigan alum that played for the Phoenix Suns?
No.
You may not know that.
I did not know that. Who is it?
Didn't Dan Marley play Central Michigan?
You know what? My dad actually told me that last or like
Really?
2 weeks ago.
Thunder Dan Marley.
He did.
Legend here.
One of the most insanely popular athletes we've ever had. He played. Sorry, Dan, if you're listening. He played a long time ago.
Yeah, Dan's old.
But it's very popular.
And he does listen, but he
does.
old.
He does. Right now, Dan's cursing in the car.
He
but
played with Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
On the Suns team that went to the NBA Finals.
Okay.
They lost to Michael Jordan and the Bulls. But they made it all the way to the finals with Barkley, and Dan Marley was a big part of that team.
So your dad was just telling you about him?
He was. We were actually playing 2K, me and my brothers, and we put in the legends when we do it, So my brother actually drafted him, and we didn't really know. I mean, we know who he was as far as what he can do, but didn't know he went to Central until my dad told me. But I feel like Central should do a better job of promoting him, or letting people know that he went there because I was there and had no idea.
Oh, he was great basketball player. Then he coached GCU for a number of years here.
To be fair, it was a really long time ago. It was a really long time ago when he was there.
But still.
Once again,
Right.
Dan,
He's a
you're my guy,
Right,
Dan.
it's history.
Yeah, it is.
Right, so
It
I
is
mean, I feel like it's
You
still
all
should
that
be.
time walking around it, you never walked by anything and saw like a picture of him, like
Honestly, no. I saw Chris Kaman.
Chris Kaman.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay.
And that's the only legend
Wait,
that I can really tell you about outside of the guys that obviously was there when I played.
did
Now,
Marley?
those guys are some-
Did Marley play Olympics?
I believe so, yeah.
I think he played in the
I think
Olympic
he was
team.
on one of the Olympic teams.
He was
yeah.
on one of the
I think
Olympics
so.
team.
I think
You're
so.
damn right. We got to get in touch with Central
You know what I
Michigan.
mean? They got to do a better job of that.
All right, let's
they
get on.
got to push Dan.
Let's get on the phone to promote that.
Tell him I'll call him for you.
We had Zay up here. We
Yeah.
asked him the same thing I'm going to ask you.
All right.
When you're filtering through your options and you're deciding where you want to go, what was it about this place that made you say, yeah, that's where I want to be?
First off, I think the coaching staff played obviously a really big part of that, knowing who JG was from the get-go. When I was coming out of the combine, he was a guy that I connected with pretty well. And so that was obviously a big factor in it, as well as just the opportunity to play corner. I've been in different positions my whole career. I played nickel a lot early on in Tampa, and then in Tennessee, I played corner. But that was a big factor in it as well, just being able to be on the outside, be a guy that they can rely on in that regard. And then obviously the environment, knowing what Arizona has, obviously as the city goes, but knowing the type of potential the team has and where they're trying to get to and what they need. And so I think it just was a match made in heaven for me.
This team has needed cornerback help in the worst way for a long time. Now, you've got a track record, right? I mean, you won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. I think you had interception against Washington. I think you had an interception against New Orleans on the way to that Super Bowl run. Yeah. What did you learn in your time with Tampa Bay that you could bring to this Cardinals team?
I think I just learned a lot, honestly, throughout my 4 years there of being around legends. I played with the Tom Bradys and the Ndamukong Suh, the Levante Davids, Jason Pierre-Paul. I learned so many different things from these guys on how to be a pro early on. And so, specifically that year that we won the Super Bowl, we went through a lot of adversity earlier on in that year. We didn't really win how we thought we were going to win. We went against KC and we got whooped early in the season. And then, after that bye week, I felt like we kind of came together as a unit, coaches away, just players relying on each other, trusting each other, and really just growing as a unit and as a family.
I think I read somewhere that that the cornerback room was kind of young on that Tampa Bay team, right?
Yeah, we were all probably the cornerback room was all under 23. Our whole defensive secondary was pretty much under 20.
Wow. So you really learned from guys like Tom Brady? Like, what did you learn from Tom Brady?
I think I mainly really just discipline. I think every day he showed up working, and his work ethic was nonetheless. Obviously, you get to ask him questions and different things when you're, going throughout your day-to-day operations if you see him. But just every day he showed up to work, and he showed up with a chip on his shoulder, even though he accomplished everything that he did. And so that kind of rubbed off on all the guys there. And obviously going against him in practice, competing against him in practice just showed a lot, too.
But you could ask him, you had no problem asking him questions, being a young guy that was new to the league and him a veteran with all that experience. He was cordial and good to the younger guys?
Absolutely. Yeah, he was a guy that you can walk up to and talk to him pretty much about anything. I mean, no ego aside, he was just a humble guy, down-to-earth guy. Every single day he showed up, like I said,
Sean Murphy,
and as a teammate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
My apologies. Sean Murphy-Bunting, our guest here on the Burns Gambo Show. Just a quick aside question, because we knew him so well here. What did you think of B.A.?
I love B.A. But, love-hate relationship. B.A.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Oh, it was no hate. It was all love. But as a coach, how aggressive and his demeanor is, it can be easily translated into him not liking you and him hating you and him feeling like, you suck. But in reality,
Did he ever say that to you in not so many words? It's okay.
One time, I remember, I love B.A. Like, that's my guy.
Right.
So I remember one time, actually my first preseason game, we played against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I didn't really do anything during the game. I mean, they might have caught a few passes on me. I think I had a PI. I don't really remember too much about it, but I remember getting on the plane, and then he said to me, "Hey, Slappy, were you at the game?" I said, yeah. I said, yeah. It's like, well, you didn't do jacks, and I was like,
yeah.
all right.
That's
and I just went and sat down.
So we had a left tackle here
Yeah.
that was a really good left tackle for many years. His name was DJ Humphreys. I'm sure you know who DJ
Yeah.
is, right? And DJ Humphreys, when he got here as a rookie, he called him knee deep.
B.A. called him.
B.A. called him knee
believe
deep.
it.
That was his nickname.
I believe it.
So it took him 3 years, and
Yeah.
that affected him a little bit. He has a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
And you know what knee deep means, right? You're
Yeah.
knee deep in. And so that stuck with him for a while, DJ
Yeah.
Humphreys, until he was finally able to get rid of that label. But everybody was like, man, B.A. called him knee deep. Some of that stuff sticks with you.
No, it's real. I mean, I think with B.A., he did that with a lot of us. Like I said, our whole secondary was young. And I remember vividly me, Dean, and Mike Edwards. He used to call us Slap all the time. And that was just our nickname until, obviously, after, our first or second year.
Did you have, a text group that was called that?
No, it was just every day he walked in, and that's what he said. What's up, Slappy? And it just kept, he kept going about his day, man. But honestly, I love B.A., because he was such a hard coach, but he cared, and you can tell that he cared just by his everyday demeanor being the same.
So funny. I'm not sure how much that actually made the air, but, man, that was really funny. That's great. That's great. The pressure on you. No, Gambo was referencing this earlier. The cornerback room and how how they've needed somebody like you. Does that put pressure on you, knowing that this team has been looking for corners for a while and they picked you to be the guy this offseason?
Yeah, I think I don't feel any pressure. I think pressure's for guys obviously that haven't been in that position, haven't been in that situation. But I think for me, it's an everyday grind. I think it's always something you can do better. And that's just how I go about my day-to-day operations. So they believe in me. I believe in myself. I believe that I can do a lot of things for them. And they believe the same things. And so it's just an everyday grind, everyday work ethic to get there.
All right, this was a big story. And so there was this TikTok influencer with 8 million followers that you helped get home safe from a Nashville bar. And there was video of it and everything.
Yeah.
And I read the story. Nobody else read the story. And then when she came out, she was thankful to you because you did the right thing. You made sure she got home. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just really just helping a friend in a situation that I felt like she needed help in. Just obviously being out, having fun, reading the room. I just felt like things were off and just wanted to make sure that she got home safely.
That's awesome because she thanked you the next day. Hey, it's good to have good friends like that. How do you get to be friends with a big social media influencer like that?
Just mutual friends.
Just
we had mutual friends and we all hung out together, and that was kind of it, and then it just blossomed through there.
All right, Max got this new tattoo, Max Melton. Did you see it?
I didn't.
It didn't? Apparently, he had to go under anesthesia or something to get that thing.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's crazy.
Have you ever done that?
No.
No.
All my tattoos are, I've done them. I went through the pain.
You went through the pain.
I went through the real pain.
Okay.
No shortcuts.
So is that a knock on him?
I was just saying, are you saying you're tougher than Max?
No, I'm just saying no shortcuts.
Okay.
Without, you know.
All right. Okay, but so he kind of took a shortcut.
I think if I get any more tattoos, I'll do what Max did.
You do it with
put me to sleep and
yes, why not?
Ink me up, yeah.
Nah, I probably wouldn't do it.
Right.
I probably wouldn't do it, but you know, I get freaked out about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to sleep unless I close my eyes and I choose to go to sleep.
I want to be in charge of me going to sleep, not somebody else, right?
With an alarm
set
set for when I want to wake up.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the young quarterbacks on this team? Do you see a lot of potential for these guys?
Of course, yeah,
Elijah
of course.
and Max and
I think they show up
Garrett.
every day, man. I think they show up every day and they work hard, and even after practice, the grind that they do, the things that they do, it's almost like they're vets. You know, they have vet minds, and it shows throughout their day-to-day operations, their day-to-day questions, and I think they're gonna have a lot of things going for them moving forward.
Hey, well, we really appreciate the time.
Good stuff.
Appreciate the conversation.
Yes,
Good
sir.
stuff.
Thanks.
Central
Enjoy
Michigan.
the rest of camp.
Fire up.
Next time we talk to Dan, we'll mention that his alma mater needs to do a better job.
Yeah, let him know. I'll push for him too.
I was on the Olympic team.
Whatever he wants me to do, I'll push for him.
All right,
I'll be
we'll
the
make
front
that
runner
happen.
for it.
We'll
Text
make
him right
that
now
happen.
and tell him.
Thank you, Sean.
Yes, sir.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Nice
Thanks for
meeting you.
having me.
Sean Murphy-Bunting, our guest here on the Burns and Gambo Show. And again, if you want.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.